Welcome to Barbara's Bulletin, the podcast where we dive into the latest news and current events from around the world. I'm your host, Barbara, and I'm excited to share today's top stories with you. We're starting off with a significant development in Japanese politics. Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi has called for a snap election, seeking to capitalize on her high approval ratings and stabilize her power base. The move comes as a surprise, given that the election was not scheduled to take place until later this year. Takaichi's Liberal Democratic Party is hoping to increase its seats in the lower house and gain a stronger mandate to govern. The election is expected to focus on key issues such as the economy, with Japan facing rising prices and an uncertain international outlook. The LDP is also dealing with a slush fund scandal, which has led to criticism from opposition parties. Despite this, the party has decided to lift an election penalty on members involved in the scandal, allowing them to run for constituency seats. Takaichi's decision to call an election has sent ripples through the markets, with investors betting on increased spending to prop up the economy. However, it remains to be seen whether the Prime Minister will deliver on these expectations or surprise markets with a more restrained approach. As we follow this story, we'll be keeping a close eye on the campaign trail and bringing you updates from Japan. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. We're diving into a complex and timely topic that's making waves globally. The United Nations General Assembly has just celebrated its 80th birthday, and it's an opportune moment to reflect on the state of international cooperation. In a speech marking this milestone, UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres highlighted the numerous challenges facing the world today, from conflicts in Gaza, Ukraine, and Sudan to the erosion of trust in international law. Guterres emphasized that 2025 was a profoundly challenging year for international cooperation, with many countries failing to pay their agreed-upon contributions to the UN, including the United States. This underfunding limits the organization's ability to carry out its critical work, such as providing humanitarian aid and addressing climate change. It's essential to acknowledge the criticisms leveled against various nations, including Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the U.S.'s military operations in Venezuela. However, it's equally important to recognize the value of multilateralism and the role the UN plays in promoting diplomacy and preventing conflicts. As Annalena Baerbock, President of the General Assembly, noted, the UN is under pressure and even attack from some quarters. Nevertheless, she encouraged attendees to draw inspiration from the optimism of the UN's founders 80 years ago, and to stand up for the organization's principles. Experts and leaders gathered at the anniversary event emphasized the need for nations to recognize the importance of multilateralism in maintaining global stability and security. As one speaker aptly put it, the alternative is a return to a Wild West of international relations where disputes are resolved through conflict rather than diplomacy. As we consider the complexities and challenges facing the UN, it's crucial to approach this topic with nuance and balance. By examining the diverse perspectives and opinions on this issue, we can gain a deeper understanding of the role the UN plays in shaping our world. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. As we wrap up today's show, let's take a look at some exciting developments in space exploration. NASA's moon mission is making headlines, with the team gearing up for a safe return of astronauts Reed, Victor, Christina, and Jeremy. According to reports, the wet dress rehearsal has ended, and engineers are now poring over the performance data of the rocket, spacecraft, and ground systems. It's worth noting that NASA officials have emphasized the importance of safety, stating that they will only move forward with setting a specific launch date when the data looks clean. This cautious approach is understandable, given the complexities and risks involved in space travel. In related news, the current moon phase is waxing crescent, with only 1% of the moon illuminated tonight. As we look up at the night sky, it's a reminder of the awe-inspiring beauty and mystery of our celestial neighbor. As we explore the vastness of space, it's essential to appreciate the intricacies of our own planet's lunar cycle. The 8 distinct phases of the moon, from new moon to waning crescent, offer a fascinating glimpse into the dynamic relationship between Earth and its satellite. That's all for today's Barbara's Bulletin. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay engaged.